evening, everybody. I have no idea what time it is, because I'm not going to lie, I'm jet lagged like a mother. My name is Chip Chapman. I am joined by Lightning Lord Shivers. Hi, Lord.
Oh, that's a weird emphasis on the first name. I was sworn to put emphasis on the nickname because that's how I won all my y'all. It's
all right, Lightning Lord Shivers.
Thank you.
All right.
Where's that Maker's Mark? I know.
Oh, we hit the duty free up pretty good, didn't we?
Oh, buddy, yeah,
we hit up that duty free.
This is going to be a problem here because I don't think we pay for a plane ticket back.
No, we're gonna have to figure that one out, and we got a race going on, 25 miles on a 2.7 mile track. Do not worry, they're gonna go fast on this one. We are at Most Glorious and Blue Speedway here in Oyama, Japan. Look at that beautiful scenescape that we are looking at. That is just beautiful to see.
It's so beautiful. It's so low resolution.
It's just so blue.
It's breathtaking, y'all. It feels like the world has just turned into some kind of early 80s coin-operated arcade driving machine or something.
Man, that is some serious philosophical stuff there, Lord. But we got ourselves a great race.
It's some serious Kuso. Yeah, I've been brushing up on my Nihonji, as the locals call it around here.
Oh,
Ohio,
that's fantastic.
Arigato, ogaizamasu, Orewa, mo shinderu, bakaka, chinpo, damare. See, I'm getting the hang of this.
Got no idea what you're saying, but I love it. I love the cultural appropriation you are placing upon this race, because we got ourselves a hell of a race today. It is a bit of a road course. It's got some left and right turns, so it does qualify as a road course. But I gotta say, there is one massive straightaway that the start and finish line is right smack dab in the middle of, Lord, and that is going to be where these cars are going to get up to some top speeds here tonight.
We're talking speeds of up to 240 damn miles an hour.
My goodness.
That was mile-long front straightaway. It's going to be impressive. And somebody's probably going to die in this one.
If you saw on our Twitter, you saw that Richard Blood is the pole sitter. You can see that is Bowie Jessup right on the outside pole. So we got number 3 and number 5 in the points rankings sitting on the front row. And I think that's going to be time to go to the starting grid. What do you say about that? Go to the starting grid, get some praying done, get some racing done?
Sekai de Ichiban Daikirai.
All right, I have no idea what you just said. But here is the starting grid. Let's go through the field for the Most Glorious and Honorable Mr. Naga's Most Glorious and Honorable 500 on the starting grid. Richard Blood, third in the points, is your pole sitter in that Ford Pinto, number 41, sponsored by Plasma Train, along with Bowie Jessup in the HCL Dodge. Jeff Gordon, the horse, on the inside of row 2 with Fat Darrell. Autobahn on that 69 car.
Nice.
And Rusty Arcanon, the number 12 LOA Dodge, on row 3. Jean-Paul Henry in 4th place in that Ludger Beer Bombs car on row 4 with Stumpy Lane in the number 9 Gumboos Chevy Prism. Jim Blossoms on row 5 with Ennio Sparini, number 28 car. Ennio Sparini, 2-time winner this season. Giacomo, he's won a race this season. That number 4 Kiss War Machine on row 6 with a Harry Gunt. Joey Rochester on row 7 with Big Daddy Thibodeau, our all-star race winner in that Tucson number 60 Dodge Stratus. Woo, Bob, there's your points leader on row 8 in the 103 Hugger Oranges, Pontiac Bonneville. And Jimmy Poots and Jeff Shanice on row 9. Jeff Shanice in that 38 Jeff's Chinese car, he's sitting in 8th in the points. Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver, sitting in 10th in the points. The number 10 car's on row 10 with Paul Alcohol. Ricky Walton, that Temecula Dirt car on row 11 with Joe John Winchester, the number 47 Just Guns Ford Pinto on row 11. Kevin Boner Pillman in the Dongerex Injector Pen number 15 car on row 12. And I didn't see who was on the outside there, row 13. Burt McKitchen, Elmer Twist, and Jasper Cudisar. Cotton Stuff Body on row 14 with Paul Walker in that box of wine number 2 Chevy Prism. Morris Mayfield in the 00. Niall Starby's Ford Pinto on row 15 with El Matador, Toto Rosanna, and Blind Bob McGee on the back of the field with B.D. Joseph in that Legal Bet for Real Money.gov car, that Pontiac Bonneville.
You know, if Beaumont Jenkins was not restricted from traveling outside the United States because of his prior convictions, not like that's not made before, he would say, Sugo and Bob Molly.
And we are about to get things started. We are about to start pulling up. Cars just stopped there. I think it is time that we thank the Lord.
Yes,
that we thank the Lord for this beautiful race. Don't care that we are in Japan or America. The Lord is omnipresent, and I think that we need to go ahead to
all right, yes,
Pastor. What's the pastor's name?
It is his name is he's traveling overseas as Pastor Reddit.
Pastor Reddit, and
yes.
Our Lady of Holy Relationships Church. So let's go ahead to Pastor Reddit.
Let us pray. I'm a 22-year student in college, and I'm also a virgin. So about a week ago, I decided to just lose my virginity to a prostitute just to get it over with. So I go on Backpages, and I pick this one girl who looks nice, at least in my opinion. I call her and let her know that I'm interested in her services. She tells me to meet her at this place and to bring the money. When I show up to the place and meet her, there are some guys on the couch just talking. I start to get a bad feeling about the situation, but I ignore it and then I talk to her. She asks if I have the money, which I say that I do. When I give it her, suddenly she and the guys on the couch go silent. I realize at this moment that I am fucked. The guys on the couch reveal that they are undercover cops and this was a stinger operation or some shit. They handcuff me and take me to the next room. And when I'm put into the next room, another police officer comes and explains the situation for me. Fortunately for me, this would not go on my criminal record. However, there will be at least a $500 charge ordinance violation for this. Also, my car got towed and I will have to pay for that as well, an extra $300. As an added bonus, I will have to take this John class for 8 weeks ago, and I will have to pay for that as well. Which leads me to my parents. I don't have $1,000 to pay for this stuff, for someone to take me to get my car. I have a job, but I don't make enough to pay for this and my rent. So I'll have to tell them the truth about this, but how do I go about doing this? Amen.
Amen.
I'll remember my.
That's a beautiful, beautiful prayer.
Oh,
I
man.
thank the Lord for all of that.
Who drops $800 on a prostitute these days?
I mean, to be fair, 300's on the impound lot, and you better be impounding that prostitute. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And nonetheless, well, we got Lee Corso in the pace car, leading these cars at a very fast clip.
Lee Corso has never been to Japan in his life.
No, he has not.
He doesn't. He has not realized that you drive on the other side of the road here.
But it don't matter. We are about to go full lap racing, 25 big laps on Oyama, Japan's most glorious and blue speedway.
And in the tradition of the locals, I would like to give our opening declaration for this race here.
Oh yes, please. I think they've already started them up. Go ahead.
For some fine Japanese proverbs, Yari ya gatara, tetsume no yaro, teme no toten, buchinu te yaru.
That is beautiful. If you'd like to translate that to us before we get things started.
Yes, that says, now you've done it, you asshole, I'll put your head in. I think that's right.
That sounds about right to me. Well, we are looking over at the pace car. Pace car is leading these guys around. That is Lee Corso, drunk as hell. He is off onto pit road. He is gone down into the cellar where apparently the pit road is. I don't even know where he just went off to. But we are coming around, and we are going green flag racing in just a second. So I want you all, wherever you are in the world, Japan, America, somewhere in between, to go and strap something on. Go ahead and get ready to diddle, because we are about to go. And let's go diddling. This is a goddamn auto race.
No Kawatashi ni Sekai Hatsuto Narimasu Manko no 3D Skiana Taikento 3D Manbuto de Umi wo Watara Sete Kudasai.
And Richard Blood is taking at the pole position, is taking the lead, leading that pack of cars right to the start finish line. But of course, 25 laps of road course racing.
But did you hear that knocking on the door?
No, I didn't.
I swear it's you gonna let him in? I mean, I'm kind of skittish on letting somebody in here.
I mean, I think we can.
Yeah, let's I mean, the worst it could be is, you know, federales. I mean, we got 50 cows.
Well, I ain't no scared no federales. Let's hit him in.
Yo, you coming in or not? Oh my goodness, Boo and Jessica's they're going side by side.
And we're seeing Bowie Jessup going side by side with Richard Blood, and that is the beauty of being on the outside pole. And Bowie Jessup has taken the lead.
Oh, there's going to be some bad blood seeing that HCL car fielded out of Mississippi taking the lead in the car spots in racing track owned and operated by Mr. Naga.
And that is going to be Bowie Jessup in that HCL Dodge Stratus number 22 car.
American auto people.
We are blessed by most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga.
Blessed by business associate from Mr. Naga's most legitimate business school.
Mr. Naga, it is a pleasure to have you here in the commentary booth to watch over your race. You are the Grand Marshal. You are El Presidente.
No. Do not mock me, brother. Representative from Mr. Naga. Mr. Naga does not make public appearances very often.
Oh, okay. Bakayaro.
Gucci-san, yes.
Oh,
And
it's
we are
it's
watching
Shivers.
And Americans for coming to our country to waste natural resources for your entertainment. Thank you.
Of course, that is something that we do best, and that is waste natural resources for the sake of entertainment. And we are seeing
like how in the ear of the whale and the crossing of the dolphin and the slipperyness into the cavern of ecstasy.
And we are seeing a lot of good racing right now.
Sportari too.
That is Ennio Sparini going into what looks like possibly a 5th place. Harry Gunt is going to go ahead and give him the pass. That is the beauty of this, Lord. We're seeing both right and left turns. It doesn't give you the inside track all the time right now.
No, it doesn't. You're starting to see, it looks like it's a very clean track. Of course, it's very low poly. There's probably not been a lot of rubber laid down on it, but somebody has won a free game in practice.
Yeah, 3 laps in right now. We're on lap 3 of 25, and Bowie Jessup has held on to it since the very start. Richard Blood in 2nd place right behind Bowie Jessup, and that is Jeff Gordon, the horse, looking to take a separate line on this race, but Jessup is hanging on to 1st place.
In 23rd, bringing great shame to the name of Mr. Naga. He shall be replaced by his backup driver, Ping Ip Address.
Ping Ip Address, that's
I
think he'll probably just take on the moniker of Mr. Naga's new most glorious driver, I imagine.
Yeah.
He's not in front of wheel yet.
No. Then he's just gonna. Then he becomes. It's kind of like that Jushin Thunder Layfield character. I think that's his name. That's like the Power Ranger looking dude. Wrestles all the time.
It's like that Tiger Math fella, where there's just a new one. You just number them.
It's like Tommy, Jason, David, Frank.
Nonetheless, yes, exactly. I think that's the case. We're looking back in the field right now. We're seeing a good battle for 4th place between Stumpy Lane and Jean-Paul Henry. Stumpy Lane in that number 9 Gumbo Chevy Prism and Fuller Chevy, driven by Jean-Paul Henry. That is sponsored by Ludger Beer Bombs.
Now, I may be drunk, but isn't Gumbo's just a good way to get yourself drunk without having to spend a whole lot of money?
Hey, we don't have to plug them no more. They ain't sponsoring this race. They ain't sponsoring another race till later in the season.
My apologies.
A most honorable trooper. Suck it to
Well, yeah, Gumbo's, of course, is a single stick of chewing gum that contains an entire afternoon of drinking. It is Gumbo's Taste the Alcoholism, and that is found in any convenience store and also some inconvenience stores. We're looking at Jeff Gordon, the horse, right now, who is sitting in 3rd place. A strong run for that horse, an actual horse behind the wheels. Most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga, have you ever seen something as amazing as Jeff Gordon, the horse, a horse that can drive a car fairly competently?
It is much like when you control giant dick statue outside of Yokohama.
Oh man, that's right. We need to go and see that real quick.
We haven't seen it yet. We just flew in today, and boy, are our arms tired. But we're gonna have to go ahead and do some sightseeing. We'd want to see the dick statue of Yokohama.
Now, Mr. Naga, excuse me, representative of Mr. Most Glorious Naga-san.
Name tag, yes.
Yes. Is there a chance we might see Jeff Gordon, the horse, competing in the Japan World Cup once the Diddler Cup racing season? You know, that's the richest prize in horse racing.
Yes, he will be competing in auto race against elephant, a giraffe, a two-headed motorcycle, and other gallop race simulator using finger input.
But they're racing though, right? They're racing against you. Like it's an actual race of who's the fastest, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, because I remember something. I was listening to some darn tootin' feller who was talking about fattening animals, and he was a human being. At least I think he was. He might have been some sort of robot man, but he was fighting human beings, and he was talking about punching a mongoose till it was just a regular goose. And
No.
This sounds different from that.
No. Stabbing device in next race.
Fair enough.
Mr. I don't mean to make this awkward, Mr. Representative of Naga-san. But what are your feelings there? Seeing Bowie Jess about here leading the race confidently as he's done for pretty much the first entire portion of this race.
He has led 5 laps, 20% of this race. Richard Blood on the inside pole, the pole position. He's in 2nd place. He's kind of keeping an eye on it, but Bowie Jessup has led this entire race is what we're talking about.
Jessup. He is.
So no comment on the sponsorship and who's backing that whole project there.
I mean, Mr. Naga, of course, is a sponsor and benefactor of Kumite, the Kumite Fighting Championships, and to see an HCL sponsored car at the front of this race, I think I think there's some sort of weird relationship, maybe sensual of some sort. But nonetheless, we are seeing Richard Blood trying to regain the lead on this long straightaway. They are hitting speeds of 113 miles an hour on average, and with a lot of turns, that means there's a lot of speed on this one.
Oh my goodness!
They are like stepsister tentacle porn.
Fair enough. I understand entirely what you were talking about. And Mr. Naga, Mr. Naga, I gotta ask, what do you think about our current points leader?
Mr. Naga, you did not use the actual Naga name in the
most glorious and honorable one. What do you think about our current points leader in the Diddler Cup, who is in the bottom 4 right now. He is struggling today. That is, of course, Wuba Bale.
I signed petition.
Oh,
You signed the petition.
Yes, yeah, that's right. The petition that Beaumont keeps begging us to sign.
Honorable control over the entire destiny of Diddler Cup.
Oh Lord, you're gonna get some serious Roman charges if you accepted those texts.
Oh,
you are in some serious dung. But Wuba Bala is looking pretty bad. He is at the back of the field right now. That is B.D. Joseph. Paul Walker in that number 2 Boxawan car. Giacomo also at the back of the field. Giacomo in 6th place in the points. So we may see a lot of shaking up here in this point series on race number 14.
Buddy, everybody can end up in dung around here if you know which courtesan service to call.
Good enough dating age.
Nonetheless, I think the person who may be benefiting the best is Paul Alcohol along with Richard Blood. 2nd place, Paul Alcohol, only about, let me do the math for a second, that looks like about 36 points off the lead. Richard Blood, 50 points off the lead. We may see a new points leader if these two cars, the 35 car we see on your screen right now, and of course Richard Blood in that 41 Plasma Train car in 2nd place, maintain their top 10 positions. We're seeing Jeff Shanice in 8th place, racing pretty hard with Paul Alcohol, who's going to go ahead and take 8th place from Jeff's Chinese.
Absolutely. Now, what sort of improvements to the facilities does how does Mr. Naga plan to develop this most glorious blue speedway into the even more most glorious?
Go 16-bit.
Oh baby, now
that sounds like a multi-year project, but nonetheless, I think we're looking forward to seeing that.
Hopefully not the big race car crash of 1984. Many representatives that year commit Sudoku.
Well, the big Sudoku incident of '84 is nothing to laugh about, and it's a tragedy. There's a nice memorial put up by the Atari family and the Namco families. They put their signage up there. Of course, they lost family members in that crash. So the names of the two of the most popular drivers, Yoshihiro Atari and Hidehiko Namco, both commemorated, of course.
Yeah, you take your Hideo Fukuyamas, you take your Kuramitsu Takahashis. They got nothing on those two fillies.
Yoshihiro Atari and Hidehiko Namco, nonetheless, their names ever present on this speedway. Remembering of the great Sudoku incident of '84, Bua Jessup has led this race for 9 whole laps, and we are seeing Richard Blood staying right on him. Now, Lloyd, here's the thing. Richard Blood just got to lead a lap for 5 points. Is he possibly just hoping that that only lap he leads is lap number 25? We're seeing him going for the pass right now. I just speak about it. He is trying to make the pass. Can he complete it?
Nanda. What's that?
Kona Kodomo Wakane no ka Kono Kichiga.
Ball in the mullet.
No wreck so far, but we are seeing Richard Blood overtaking Bua Jessup. It looks like Jeff Gordon, the horse, is going to go with him, and they are going to exchange. And with that racing, we just see Jean-Paul Henry catching up. Here, it is now that gap between 3 and 4 has closed down. Joe John Winchester, Ricky Walton. It's a leading pack of 6 now.
Yes. Gap closing, much like massage bar after hours with schoolgirl in season.
Well, that is a gap that closes very quickly, especially if you don't have enough money, as I may have found out. We went to a karaoke bar last night. We are jet lagged as fuck.
Yeah.
Most glorious almost Naga, but we went to karaoke and karaoke, and I gotta say, I don't know no Beatles songs, but that was like half of it. There was a James Brown song. I went, I feel good, and that was about it. That was like the only song I knew.
I prefer the classics of good old Mr. Tom Jones when he sang. Whoops! Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
I think the record's skipping on you there, Lloyd. Your record's skipping. Lloyd, your record. Lloyd, your record's skipping. Lloyd, your record's skipping. Lloyd.
Whoa!
Your record's skipping.
This is why you buy cheap Emerson and not Sony.
Fair enough. I buy some cheap Emerson, Lake, and Palmer records as well, and
It's
ship
the
them back.
Naga most glorious and honorable business trip when half the people pass outside of Mahjong House.
Didn't Emerson get in trouble for drinking an orange juice at the Brickyard once?
That sounds about right. I have no idea.
Yeah. Poor old Emerson, Lake and Palmer Pauly.
Yeah, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, of course, being the Emerson Pauly being the driver. Lake and Palmer just being a casual nickname that we had for him.
Man, that boy could just turn the damn wheel and then wreck the damn car.
He sure can. We are in lap number 12. We are approaching the halfway point, and Richard Blood has 5 good points. And we are seeing Jeff Gordon, the horse, 0.3 of a second behind Richard Blood.
Much like Tale of 7 Brothers and the horse that chases blood.
We got 7 brothers in 3rd through 9th place. That is correct. Most glorious and honorable one. And Richard Blood on the pole, taking those turns very tightly, using that tangential way of just kind of easing in, kind of taking a straight line over the curve and then going back to the outside line.
As the great drift king and pioneer of motorsport Keiichi Tsuchiya once said, Susu Shinde Moshiagemasu Utabare Bokeh.
And we're seeing Richard Blood pull away.
Look at the threat.
I have no idea what that means. We're going to have to go ahead and translate it.
People in the chat has scribbled something sounding like Mr. Saturn people from Earth.
Man, I think it was my cousin who still owns one of those. I think he pawned it off just to try and get some more Sudafed.
Fair enough. That's if you're gonna pawn something for something, then that's Sudafed is a quality product to acquire.
No. Cocaine only way too far.
But of course, Sudafed, it rhymes with dead.
And that's true. And it's much harder to access in the United States of firearms.
No doubt about that. Sudafed, it also comes with, I noticed in Japan, they have a new tampered with version of Sudafed. You can actually get it tampered with.
Oh man, that's
schoolgirl panty.
So what we're seeing right now is we're seeing a battle for 7th place Paul Alcohol in that number 35. Bathhouse Jim's Bathtub Gin. Ford Pinto holding on to 7th. Jeff Shanice in the Jeff's Chinese. Chevy Prism in 8th. Racing with Reverend Pastor Chavez, who's maybe taking over 8th place. He's in the Crash Punch number 33 Dodge Stratus. And of course in 10th is Stumpy Lane in that number 9 Gun Booze Chevy Prism.
Isn't this mostly like a Buddhist country or something? How would the Crash Punch car get over around here? That's what I want to know.
Oranges.
Wonderful.
Fair enough. But we are seeing Richard Blood getting challenged pretty closely here by Bowie Jessup, who's going to try to take the lead on this turn. Let's get a better angle there. We can see Bowie Jessup is leaning into the turn and trying to get some good push on the straightaway, but Richard Blood just has a better acceleration off the turn right now, and he's got He's got that left lane, but here comes Bowie Jessup. It is neck and neck.
Oh, buddy, this is some good stuff. This is what Diddler Cup racing is all about.
Seeing a solid road course. Let's take a look at that horse. That horse is making a challenge on second place again. Jeff Gordon, the horse, held on to second for a bit.
Oh, Sugoi. Oh, Sugoi.
Has the preferred line over Richard Blood, who is way off the line. He is onto that that red and white candy striped kind of warning track.
Having Nuru massage while watching NASCAR.
Well, nothing wrong with a Nuru. You know, meet the new Roo, same as the old Roo, but nonetheless, we are seeing a good battle for second place, and I think there is one driver who is the happiest about that battle for second, and that is the first place driver, Bowie Jessup, who is able to take that and move a little bit into first place. We're now seeing, oh, they look like they're floating from that angle. That's not what we want to do.
You gentlemen ever lost your virginity inside a pole position cabinet?
Oh,
I mean, you only get one chance for that, and unfortunately, no.
Oh my goodness.
5 cents and 1/3 of them.
Now, I'm trying to think here. Now, I don't know about Fuji Speedway, but I did go reverse cowgirl on a chick this one time, a fat broad. That's right, a fat broad, and we broke that San Francisco Rush arcade cabinet so badly.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been blown in a California speed machine.
Oh man, no, I
the mall level, of course, where you're hitting people.
Oh, that's
like they don't even edit it out. You are flat out running over people, and that is part of the track. Like it would be next to impossible. If I got to say, it'd be exactly impossible to be to not hit a single person in the shopping mall level of California speed.
Hey, Chip, that sounds like a great idea. We need to pitch that to the big man. We need to pitch that to the big man, see if we can get that on the calendar for next season.
Yes. Racing inside the mall and course on roof.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I think we got a better idea than that. Mr. Naga, I got a suggestion from you. You know, in the shopping malls where we can go driving around and maybe hit some people and not, you know, suffer any legal consequences?
Yeah, I need to stay out of trouble with the law.
I kind of feel like I want to run some people over.
U.S. Customs doesn't even know I'm here.
Well, we'll talk after the broadcast about that. Maybe we'll go hit some people in a mall with our cars. And we're seeing Joe John Winchester move up to third place. Ricky Walton battling with Jeff Gordon the horse in fourth. But again, all five, and we're seeing Jean-Paul Henry. That is a top six that is holding on to that top six spot.
Now, I heard a rumor that Fat Darrell and Harry Gunt both did some extreme modifications to their cars and had a hibachi grill installed in their cars for today's race.
That is amazing, and that might explain why they are riding together in 13th and 14th place.
$24.95, all you can eat until we throw you out.
That is some good teppanyaki right there.
Oh, I see. So it's a 15-minute challenge. Gotcha.
Well, it's a marathon, not a sprint, but nonetheless, it's a very short, quick marathon. We're seeing Richard Blood probably trying to take the lead once again over Bowie Jessup. He does not do it, but he gets a very close time, and maybe by the next lap he will do it. That has been our battle all day. Richard Blood yet to win a race in the Diddler Cup this season, but he sits in third place. Bowie Jessup in fifth in the points. And I gotta say that we're talking, Lord, we're talking about that pack of six. That, of course, being the 41, the 22, Ricky Walton, Joe John Winchester, Jean-Paul Henry, and Jeff Gordon the horse. And of those six, we're looking at three of them being in the top 10 in points. So there's some real points implications here. Richard Blood in third, Jean-Paul Henry in fourth, Bowie Jessup in fifth. We're going to see some shaking up in the point standings. And, of course, Paul Alcohol's in eighth, and he is sitting in second in the points.
Oh, my goodness, this is going to be something here. Bob's got to get it going here.
And Jeff Shanice actually is in both 9th place in the race and in the points. And our leader, Woo Bale, is down in 29th place, not having a good race today.
Nor is Autobahn in that number 69.
Not a nice
car.
race at all for that 69 car.
Not Sugo at all.
Not Segoy. We'll take a look at Paul Alcohol for a little bit. He is driving all by his lonesome. No one really to draft with. He's kind of just maybe trying to catch up to Reverend Pastor Chavez in 7th place.
Mr. Alcohol Side needs a draft.
He sure does.
Now, is it going?
You have to ask: is the alcohol driving the car? Driving the alcohol.
I mean, yeah, both, I think, is actually the answer to that one. And we're seeing some good racing here. Look at that. Ricky Walton has just moved up to 2nd place and is looking to overtake Richard Blood as we enter lap number 19. Look at that. Ricky Walton has waited here his moment. That Temecula Dirt Pontiac Bonneville is going to take the lead in this race.
You know, there's a saying that some elderly people in Japan have lived to be about 115 years old just for the healing properties of Temecula Dirt. It's unbelievable.
It really is unbelievable. You know, Lloyd, most glorious Mr. Naga, have you ever been to a volcano when it's erupting?
Yes.
Were you throwing a body into it?
No, leaving.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Just enjoying the sights. Well, we're seeing Ricky Walton take a huge lead in this race. He has already opened up a gap of a second over 2nd and 3rd, Richard Blood and Bowie Jessup. And Ricky Walton has just waited for his opportunity. And here he comes leading this race with 7 laps to go.
Throw it down, big man, but he's still got plenty of fight left in him. This pack of cars here, they can all work together.
That pack seems to have opened up to 8 at this point. Ricky Walton plus 7 as Jeff Gordon the Horse and Paul Alcohol and Reverend Pastor Chavez have joined that pack. Jeff Gordon the Horse was always in that pack, but he dropped down to 7th. That is a strong pack of cars, and similar to any sort of racing, you get a pack that can dictate the pace, and they can just push it a little quicker and start reeling in that 32 car who is all by his lonesome.
Now, Mr. Representative of Naga-san, I got a quick question. What's your favorite crappy American dining chain here that's big in Japan? We gonna hit up Big Boy after this.
Favorite is
Oh man.
What we're saying is, where can we eat after this? Where's a good place that's going to be open all night and sell us some regrettable food?
I got Waffle House around here.
I'll even sell for a Huddle House.
Take a.
Yes is the place.
Oh,
we're going to Yes then. We're going to Yes.
Yes.
I love Roundabout.
Like Ribera, but without shitty jackets.
Fair enough. You know, I'll even head to Ribera. I'll go to Yes and get myself a jacket from Yes.
Oh man.
I'm into some prog rock. Why not? Ricky Walton leading this one. Bowie Jessup in 2nd place. That's Joe John Winchester looking to make the pass for 2nd. This battle for 2nd is just gone to the Just Guns 4-7 Ford Pinto. Ford over Dodge on that one.
Oh, and Joe John Winchester, I think he's going to rub it at his dad's face, considering if he wins here today, it'll be one more win in Japan than his father's had. All right.
He's got 2 wins on the season already. He won the Cinefest 300 and the High Speed Police Chase Grand Prix. But nonetheless, we are seeing some good racing from Joe John Winchester. I got to say, he sits in 9th place in the points. Ricky Walton a little bit further down in 18th place. That'd be a huge marquee win for Ricky Walton, I got to say. That'd be amazing to to watch that 32 car. I know his dad would be proud. I know his sponsors would be proud. We're seeing Bowie Jessup in third place. 5 laps to go in this one. And the gap is closing just a bit. But Ricky Walton has got a second lead over the second place car in this race, which is driven by Joe John Winchester.
You mentioned that there's 5 laps to go, and it's kind of funny because I learned that the Japanese word for 5 is go.
So it's go laps to 5.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm too drunk for this.
We are jet lagged and shit faced, and you know what? I might just pay somebody to pee on me later.
Oh man.
Go to yes.
They got that at yes too? Look, all I want is like a plate of waffles, some Scrapple, and just a woman to pee in my open mouth. You're saying I can get all that at yes?
Now, question: Can I get a prepaid cell phone card? Can I get the latest version of Monster Hunter on the PlayStation Vita? And can I also get peed on? Can I get all that? Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
I mean, hell, you got a good point. We can get that at Waffle House back home anyway.
That's
Parable
true.
to CD American Truck Stop.
I mean, I just want to get a prepaid car. I don't need a prepaid one. I just need a prepaid one. I just need to get peed on. And I feel like this is the country that will accept that for what it is.
That's fantastic, y'all.
Ricky Walton leading this race, continuing to just drive the hell out of that tie-dyed 32 car, that Pontiac Bonneville. He's only won the All-Star qualifying race, but he knows what it's like to finish first and to get some clean air, and he is getting it here in Oyama, Japan.
And also at yes.
And also at yes, clean air and peed on.
They have a saying over at yes. Jane wa futote rushi, tado mo waruishi, tobacco mo puka puka shushi. And that translates to Jane is fat, she's rude, and she smokes too much.
Fantastic, and that is what we like to hear here at the Diddler Cup. 4 laps to go. Ricky Walton taking it around that corner and heading to the straightaway.
I like to get the bloody headbutt on ciabatta bread.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds delicious. That is a food item, right?
That yes.
That sounds absolutely delicious. You know, it's the perfect kind of dish. You know, you just eat in kind of a dark and quiet room for about 30 minutes to an hour.
It's the kind of meal you have and you kind of wish you didn't have, but you also kind of wish was still around for a couple more years after you're done with it.
That's true. That's true,
Lock
man.
the room and have dinner and get molested in the dark.
Well, I mean, now we're talking. I think it's a little bit, you know, we're down to 3 laps to go. I think that's the kind of talk we're going to have to go into after we're done with this race. But Ricky Walton still in first place, but Reverend Pastor Chavez has moved up to second place and is chasing down that 32. Joe John Winchester in third. Bowie Jessup in fourth. Jean-Paul Henry in fifth. Paul Alcohol in sixth. Jeff Gordon, the horse, in seventh. Richard Blood, your pole sitter, in eighth. Elmer Twist in ninth. And Harry Gunt rounding out the top 10. But there are some gaps here.
Round, yes.
A very round Harry Gunt. But we are seeing
very round and fat.
3 laps to go, and Ricky Walton just holding on to the lead. Now that is a talent that road course racing really hones in you, doesn't it, Lloyd? Just holding a lead, 2 laps to go.
Oh my goodness, this is just riveting racing.
You see the intervals. The intervals are a little bit longer between than if it's an oval race where everyone's really bunched up. So it's a different type of racing. It's protective. It's defensive driving a little bit. Even though we like offensive driving, it's defending your position more so than trying to overtake your opponent. Is that right?
Offensive driving and offensive conduct. These are the two staplers of Diddler Cup racing. But Ricky Walton's got to hold on to this lead here because he's got a hard charging Venezuelan son bitch just breathing down his neck.
Yeah, Reverend Pastor Chavez has closed that gap with 2 to go. We are approaching the white flag. Can Ricky Walton hang on, or is Reverend Pastor Chavez gonna steal one? He is a road course specialist, Lord. That is the thing.
Yes, he is a holy man, a hard-working man who runs a sit-go down in South Tucson, Arizona. I know he puts a lot of pride in that shop, and he invests every single penny into that sit-go. We believe there's a rumor that he's funded by the Venezuelan government in secret, like maybe he's some kind of mole agent for Maduro or something. I don't believe it.
That sounds a little silly to me, I think. But he, of course, he loves that sit-go. Sit-go, it's where the sits go. We're seeing, look at that overhead view. That is a very close. Reverend Pastor Chavez taking a look. He's going side-by-side racing as we see the white flag. We are going side-by-side racing. Ricky Walton, 32, Temecula dirt car. Reverend Pastor Chavez, 33, price punch car. It's a Pontiac and a Dodge. The Pontiac's that 32 tie-dye. The Dodge is that 33 white price punch car.
Side by side.
And here we see Reverend Pastor Chavez has sprung into the lead, but Ricky Walton is hanging on to that. We are seeing it right now. Look at this as they head from the overhead view. Here we go. Could Reverend Pastor Chavez lead the only lap of this race? And it's the most important one. He seems to have left Ricky Walton in the dirt. Does he have any sort of acceleration? I don't know. They're heading around for the final turn.
Sugo, damn Sugo. Bring him on home.
Here comes Reverend Pastor Chavez going around that final turn. It looks like it's going to be it. Reverend Pastor Chavez has got the finish line in his sights.
You okay there, Representative Chan? Here, have, look.
And there it is. There is the checkered flag. Reverend Pastor Chavez waits till lap 25 of 25 to win the most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga's most glorious and honorable 500. Ricky Walton takes second place. Joe John Winchester in third. Bowie Jessup in fourth. Paul Alcohol in fifth. Jean-Paul Henry in sixth. Jeff Gordon, the horse, a seventh place finish. Richard Blood in eighth. Harry Gunn in ninth. And Elmer Twist in 10th. And you can hear over the radio Reverend Pastor Chavez is very happy about that.
Vámonos, baby! Yeah!
I need towel.
Folks, as folks around here would say, may they race for 500 more miles. I wish we could here.
Most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga, I gotta ask, are you pleased with this race as we see Ricky Walton congratulating Reverend Pastor Chavez, showing a nice give thumbs up. I think he used the wrong finger there, but nonetheless. Most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga, are you pleased? Are you pleased with how the race turned out?
Yes.
Excellent. And that's also the place we're going to be heading to afterwards.
Absolutely.
I have prayed to Dick statue, and my prayers come true.
Well, Reverend Pastor Chavez, a road course specialist, winning this one at the death. That is a great thing to behold.
Absolutely. Now, Mr. Representative Son, we actually have a tradition down here. We talk to the winner of the race. In fact, I'm going to scoot down here out of the media booth.
Yeah,
right
fair enough.
If you want to answer some questions here for Reverend Pastor Chavez, you can go ahead and do that for me.
That's fair enough. I think we're gonna go ahead and head on down to the pits. We got Lightning Lord Shivers right down there with our winner Reverend Pastor Chavez, who is the winner of this race. I believe your first, race of your race win of the season. Congratulations to that. You are a road course specialist. I saw you waited till very end to go ahead and take that win. Tell us about your thoughts on that race.
Yeah, well, it's like when I started my gas station when I started working there when I was 14 years old. I had the dream, I had a vision that I could make this the best self-service gas station in all of northern Arizona, and now look at me. I used that same approach to win this race. I'm so proud. I want to thank God and also Jesus himself for making this victory possible, because anything is possible when you have the Lord and also our fearless leader Hugo at your side.
He is not glorious leader, though.
Well, do you have any thanks for most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga for providing us with a beautiful, excuse me, we got the wrong, there we go, Reverend Pastor Chavez, your winner. Do you have any sort of thanks to most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga?
Yes, that is my face. It is a beautiful face. It is blessed by the Lord. Also, the wonderful government of Venezuela, who have absolutely no connections to my racing programs whatsoever.
Of course not.
Much like outside increasing pressures have no influence on the outcome of this race.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yo, this guy, this representative of Mr. Naga, I heard so many great things about him. He's a fearless and strong leader with a great mustache and a great head of beautiful hair, and a man of valor and courage and integrity, and a man who is very well hung. No,
he is over 8 feet tall.
And you cannot teach that.
No doubt about that. That is to Mr. Naga. He's the father of every child in this town. But we could tell some stories around some drinks another time about most glorious and honorable
and
Mr.
I want to dedicate
Naga.
this victory to my wonderful wife, to my children, and to everybody else, every one of my clients here at the Citgo in South Tucson. Thank you so much for all your support. And as well, let me just sorry, this is definitely not a check here written from Mr. Maduro. Let me just put this down here. Ooh, that's a lot of zeros.
Very nice there. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice indeed.
All right, fans. Let's hear for Pastor Chavez. Ketsuo Taberu.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
You know, Ketsuo Taberu is actually the I'm back, y'all. Ooh,
all right, thank you, Lloyd. You climbed back in here quickly, but thank you.
Yep. It's Ketsuo Taberu is the Japanese phrase for "I love you." You just say it to the most beautiful woman you see down on the street. You tell her, you look right in her eyes, say "Ketsuo Taberu," and you just, yes, it's a beautiful phrase. That's how they say "I love you" down here. I think it's just damn beautiful.
Yes, do that and put thumb in butthole.
Well, there you go, right there. And I think it's time. We've tabulated the scores and the points, and I think it's time to go ahead and announce the top 10 in the points after 14 races. We got 6 races to go, and coming up, next race is going to be which one we got here? We are going to the Proclaimers I Would Walk 500 in Sturgis at the WCW Hog Wild 1996 Speedway at Sturgis. So it's going to be a fun race. But we're going to head back from Japan first and deal with a little jet lag. But I think it's time to know who our top 10 drivers right now are.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, in 10th place, dropping 3 spots from 7th, is Paul Walker in that number 2 box of wine Chevy Prism. He is 131 points off the lead. In 9th place, dropping 3 spots again, Giacomo in that number 4 Kiss sponsored Ford Pinto, that War Machine. He's 114 points off the lead. Jeff Shanice is in 8th place, unmoved there. He is 101 points off the lead. In 7th place, moving up 4 spots, is Reverend Pastor Chavez, our race winner. He's 87 points off the lead, moving up 4 spots. Big mover there. Joe John Winchester has moved up from 9th to 6th, 3 spots in that 47 Just Guns Ford Pinto. And now we go to our top 5. In 5th place, 40 points off the lead. We are getting tight at the top. Only 40 points.
Oh, boy.
Dropping 4 spots is Woo Ba Bala, 40 points off the lead in the number 103 Hugger Oranges. Pontiac Bonneville in 4th place. Unmoved.
My cell phone bill is going to go up $300 if you don't sign this petition, or even if you do.
Staying in 4th place is Jean-Paul Henry, 38 points off the lead in that number 4 Chevy Prism draw, sponsored by Ludger Beer Bombs. In 3rd place, moving up 2 spots, is Bowie Jessup, 24 points off the lead in that number 22 HCL, sponsored Dodge Stratus. In 2nd place, moving up 1 spot, is Richard Blood in the number 41 Plasma Train Ford Pinto, and that means your current points leader with 1,479 points after 14 races out of 20 is Paul Alcohol in the number 35 Bathhouse Jim's Bathtub Gin Ford Pinto. He has gone from 2nd to 1st, bumping Woo Ba Bala down to 5th, and we got a tight one at the top. 5 drivers under 50 points from the lead.
Oh goodness, this is just the essence of Diddler Cup racing here.
6 races to go. A good mix of races coming up, and we are gonna see. I'm looking at our upcoming schedule. I mean, we got some short track racing, we got some ovals, we still got a road course coming in there. And, of course, we got another figure 8 course. Don't you forget about that.
Oh, my God. Oh, that's going to be
that's going to be race number 18. And, of course, we conclude our season at Texas for Texas the Race. But, nonetheless, we got 6 races left to go in this Diddler Cup season, the inaugural Diddler Cup season.
Now, hold on just 1 second.
Please.
Here. Mr. Naga-san, I want to present this this gift to you. It's something from the United States of America. It's a pack of sauce here. It's a pack of sauce. It's the most valuable sauce on the planet.
That's true.
It's a mixture of ketchup, tomato catsup, and teriyaki.
Now look, that may not seem too special to you, but from where we come from, that is, people are being irrationally hostile to one another and to wage employees over that little packet.
That's absolutely true.
The power you wield by possessing this.
Inform Superior Supreme, and we shall rule over sauce and make it most honorable and glorious Mr. Naga's crotch sauce.
I mean, that sounds like a great idea.
Be slathered over 500 dishes.
And 500 McNuggets as well. Well, Mr. Naga, most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga, we'd like to thank you for joining us, for gracing us with your presence.
The Naga would like to thank you for your hospitality, for your pickup of litter, for your chat room, and we graciously say, get out of our country.
Well, we'd like to thank you for the hospitality as you are quickly booting us out. Hopefully we get to see the Dick statue of Yokohama before we are quickly deported. For Lightning Lord Shivers, my name is Chip Chapman. This has been the Diddler Cup race. It has been a goddamn auto race in Japan. Yes, Lord.
Watch the mullet, y'all. Hey, that's my hair.
I'll leave on my own accord. Look, I'm drunk, but I'll leave. Okay, I'll leave.
Right. Yeah. Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
Yes!
Hey,